Right now I'm going to show you the bottom half of what's going to be required of you for the composition project. If you notice, we're saving our finale file as a .mid file. Once you have your composition complete, you go to File, you will go to Save As. Down on the bottom it says it's a .mus file. What you're going to save it as instead is you're going to click the .mid or a MIDI file. Save it somewhere where you know it will be, like a folder that you have already created. And once you save that, it will mix it down quickly. You can then close Finale, open up Mixcraft. Your file will look like this, a Windows media file, and if you hold your cursor over, it'll say MIDI sequence. You literally take that and drag and drop that into your Mixcraft. Now, to complete the other parts. Contains automation. Automation is basically automatically having something happen. So I can click the automation line, which looks kind of like a molecule, and this allows me to change my volume to get louder or randomly softer. Okay, you can do that with the track volume. You can also do that with panning, which goes back and forth between your right headphone or your left headphone. So if I want it to go from one side to the other, notice how it says 100% right to 100% left. As the song plays, it will go from the right side to the left side. You can also do this with, or use the automation line with other track effects, which on your rubric you have to actually have track effects, which are distortion, reverb, delay. There are actually a bunch of them. If you click the FX button, it brings up this small box. You'll select an effect, which can be anything that you choose. Once you choose it though, don't just finish with it. Edit is where you can really start playing around with things and see, kind of move them around as the song is playing in the background and allow that to happen. As you add more effects, these also can end up being automated. So and again, make sure that you check them all out to customize it to what you want it to be. Once they're done, if you go back to your automation category, all of a sudden, all of those track effects that you added can also have automation done to them, depending on what you want to change. And you'll have to play around really to see what that feels like. Now, the other two sections are contain a loop. So you're going to need to go to the bottom where it says library, click that, and choose a loop. Bring a couple in that complement your music. Now, if I find a loop that I put in there, you also need to change the sound envelope. You have to reverse it, split it. You also have to do this to your MIDI file. To split a file, you right-click and simply go to split. It then splits the file. You can then move this to a track. However, if you wanted to split a small section of it, let's say, delete one part, and then copy and paste so you loop this other one, Control C, Control V, you can connect them. Remember to use your middle mouse to zoom in and out so that you can be as precise as possible. Make them connect together. But that's all up to you and how you want your remix to sound. You can also reverse the track. Changes the sound envelope completely. Now it's backwards as opposed to forwards. You might find that has a really, really neat effect with what you're doing. You can speed up by double-clicking on the sound. It brings up the sound tab. You can change the tempo, stretch the tempo. You can change the key. You can adjust your pitch by however much you want. It's all up to you, but you have to try to be as creative as possible to create this remix. And this is what will complete this last 25 points of your composition project.